Hello and welcome to My Body, My Power podcast, where we shine our light, claim our worth, and empower the next generation. I'm your host, Kristen Rubis, a heart-led entrepreneur, mentor, and the creator behind the My Body, My Power movement. Here, we uncover authenticity, celebrate self-expression, and create a life and career that lights up the world. Welcome, Goddess. Let's dive in. Hello, and welcome back to the My Body, My Power podcast. I'm your host, Kristen. I'm deeply grateful to have an empowering conversation with Susanne. Welcome, Susanne.
Hello, thank you for having me here.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and the amazing work you're doing in the world.
Thank you for this question. I do support people, especially in times of transition. Actually, I've come to understand and walk a path, especially with vision questing, where I got to know, go really deep into basically extending a threshold phase. So to actually get to know deeper places within myself. So I accompany people in Vision Quest, but also in group work, online work. I do a lot of online group work, mainly with women, but I also accompany men in Vision Quest and one-on-one sessions. In these places where, sometimes, there's often I see that it can be pathologized, like these places where one phase in life actually is about to die, and it can be very messy. It can look so messy. And then to, easily look into how can I fix this? How can I get back to a human being who is functioning in society? And I'm basically supporting people to not jump back out too quickly from this fruitful disintegration, and to really find the gold and the truth of themselves. It's often a phase where they're asking, who am I really? And what am I really here to do? What's my unique gift actually? What is my home, or what I call home frequency? What is actually my home frequency? When I let all the noise, the habitual noise, the conditionings and all the stuff, kind of melt away. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm accompanying people through these phases, and yeah, it's wild and beautiful and a deep honor. It's such an honor, to walk in these realms.
What is your background as far as any training, or is this just a soul-led journey?
That's a big journey that I've been on. So I originally I studied music. This is also what brought me in my early 20s in touch with the Alexander technique. It's an awareness work. I don't know if you know that. Body awareness work. How do I inhabit myself? How am I in my body? So I'm not constantly, when I played the violin, constantly hurting myself. So from my pain, I actually got into this work, and that was my first big door into, oh my God, I have my awareness is not, I'm not just 2D, but I'm a 3D body. I can inhabit myself as I'm doing things, as I'm speaking to you, as I'm playing the violin. And from that, I thought wow, that's really good. Then I moved into the big city, to Berlin, and did the 3-year training to become a teacher of the Alexander technique. And then I finished this training, was something is missing. What do I do when people start crying on my table? And I was So this is still my 20s. And then I thought, okay, I stumbled across Gestalt therapy. So then I trained for 4 years as a Gestalt therapist. So same thing, awareness practice, just for the emotional realm, just bringing awareness to what's happening in the feeling realm. And then I did a lot of other embodiment trainings, shorter things. And then I did train as a Vision Quest protector in Australia. So this is more recent, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And as a soulful therapeutic mentor. But basically, I think the foundations is this long period of body work and of teaching that for 10 years, and then bringing it all together in retreats, and yeah, that's the journey.
Beautiful.
Like, yeah,
that's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah, and you know, when I reflected on it again, I'm like, it has all the awareness. It's all about awareness and about non-doing, no pushing, no pulling, but really meeting what is there with like pure presence. And this is also what we wanted to talk about in the Phoenix Humanities School, where I was like, oh my God, this is bringing this even in another energetic realm, what I experience as an energetic realm.
Yeah.
But maybe we talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that. Beautiful.
Yeah, bring that.
I was thinking that when you were saying all this, how beautiful that has woven then with the work that we've done with the 10 Keys and Munai and the other trainings.
Yes, exactly.
Beautiful. Well, thank you. Well, what's a pain or struggle that you've turned into a source of power or purpose?
Yeah, I think I touched a little bit on it already. So for sure, the pain I had in my body as a teenager already from practicing in the wrong way or in a way that harmed my body. And then something in parallel happened, which was I developed a eating disorder. I was really not friends with my body, and through this, like that was happening. Then the pain, then the stress from studying music. It's really stressful, classical music. Coming across the Alexander work, like this body work, I think I would have only. That was then the door for me to start inhabiting my body from the inside, and you know I would say that was the struggle that now is totally a strength, because I'm so friends with my body, and I so support people to become friends with their bodies too. Yeah, and I think it's so relevant for everything. It's so relevant.
It's one of the most important first steps.
Yeah, and when I remember, you know, how my mind and my aliveness was taken and occupied by how do I look, what can I eat, what can I not eat, you know, whatever it is that happened there. Yeah. It just took so much life force, so much, and it's not happening anymore. It was a bit of a journey, but now it's like for years that I'm like, I'm friends. Yeah, so that was one struggle. I have more that I turned into what I'm doing now. Shall I share more?
If you want to share another one, sure, you can.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I want to speak to heartbreak because I really have to say that I only experience like where I would say heartbreak, even though I don't even know if the heart can break. We can talk about this. I don't know. But big rupture in some parts of me. That, like really, with all the tools I had already back then, and the vision questing, I just continued to bring presence into this, and I found the source. Like I was like following the longing, always the longing, and then I found at some point a well within myself that was actually fulfilling already this longing that I was seeking outside. So there was a big shift in my perception of life and of being home in myself and in the fabric of life that actually happened in the combination of a big difficult heartbreak ache thing and the vision quest. Yeah, so, and that is now also how I can sit with people, because I see through having come in touch with the power or the source of, I don't really have words for it, but a source of life within myself, in my heart. I experience it in my heart. I can now sit with people and see that in them while they're not seeing it in this moment.
Wow.
And that is, I think that's a gift to bring.
Well, it's usually our pain points that bring those magical moments after we grieve and go through the process of that transition and, you know, the loss and whatever it is. But it definitely can be that source of renewal and just learning more about who we are and our resiliency and just how we navigate this precious heart of ours, because we feel things the first and then we make sense of it in our brains. And so when we are, I mean, my moon's in Cancer, so I don't just dabble in it. I go down to the depths of the ocean as far as feeling, and that, you know, I'm grateful for it. I've got Leo rising and Leo sun on each side of that moon, which I'm grateful also for that fire. But yeah, I just think it's walking through those vulnerable moments that we really learn of our strength and learn of our power and our sovereignty, really.
Yes, absolutely. Beautifully said. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, what does radical self-expression mean to you, and how has it played a role in your journey?
Radical self-expression. Yeah, I was thinking about that. Radical self-expression. To me, it's it can be a very subtle thing. I noticed, like when I first read this question, radical self-expression is for me a fully inhabitation of myself and expressing from there. It's actually that simple. And then it can like be in song, in words, right? Like now in movement. But that's it. Like radical self-expression is when I fully inhabit my body, myself, and express from there. Yeah.
And just because I love the educational opportunities in these conversations, how do you, what other than the Alexander method and other things you've shared, is there other things that you practice to help you feel in your body and embodied?
Yeah.
Just for opportunities for our listeners.
Absolutely. So what I've, like years ago, I worked a lot with Michaela Bohm, and she works with something she calls, or she developed the nonlinear movement method. And one like simple thing that I think everyone can do, she calls moving what you're feeling. And basically you put on some music or whatever, and then you really practice diligently, moment to moment, following your body and what you're feeling, what you're sensing, and allowing your body to express that. That actually helps a lot synchronize feeling, sensing, and you know, and then noticing, oh, the mind is doing this, and then just coming back to moving from the inside out. That's very helpful, I think. Yeah, as one tool. No, there's so many.
I know, that's something that we could add to the mix.
Yes, yeah.
Because we could talk about that the whole time, I bet.
Yes, we could.
Well, how have you embodied your mission in your own life, and when have you walked your talk, if you will?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's every day, moment to moment, that I am, also as I accompany people, I am again and again learning from these interactions and from meeting whole human beings with their journeys. And something like walking my talk, as in, I'm just not stopping doing the same things that I'm teaching. I'm just not stopping. You know, I keep on questing. I keep on doing my movements. I keep on like exploring, and I think I keep on being present. I think that's where I walk my talk, and I receive feedback. Like when someone tells me this and this, I'm gonna take it in. I'm gonna have a look at it. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, it's a good tool for our own embodiment and our own journey.
Yeah. Yeah. Not easy always, but it's yeah, part of the integrity bit, I guess. It's yeah.
It is a day-to-day practice. I mean, that's why they're called practices, because we just have to keep incorporating them.
Exactly. Yeah.
And living what we're teaching and walking what we're talking, because that really, I think that's where the integrity piece comes in. I mean, we can say we're doing all these things, but if we're not truly embodying and embracing them within our own lives and relationships and our business encounters, then we're not truly being authentic. And I think that's important. We need more authentic expression and just authentic humans.
Yes.
Well, what advice would you give to someone who is currently where you once were?
To the ones who struggle with really not feeling home in their bodies, like if you don't feel home in your body, it is possible. It is possible. There are tools, there are teachers, there are mentors. There is a pathway to friendship, allyship, and sweetness and love, embodying love with yourself and your body. It's possible. I want to say it's possible. It's possible. Also I want to say, if you are in a situation where life feels suddenly colorless or lifeless, or it's a bit like something, like everything was okay till now, and now something else is calling, trust that. Trust, there is something in there. And know there are people who have walked this path, even though it's not commonly walked so much, like the maturing into a more mature version, through actually leaving versions and identities behind. So that I just want to name that big part of my path was, after having, run a Center for the Alexander Technique, wonderful, Berlin, beautiful, all is well, I experienced this, oh my God, something's not right anymore. Even though it looked beautiful and pretty on the outside.
Sure.
And then really to say, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to leave all of that behind, and I'm going to explore who am I when I'm not having a job, when I'm not having a home, when I not have this, and this. It doesn't have to be as radical, but to follow this this calling, or not numb it down, just to keeping on listening and knowing there are people you can talk to if that's the case. You can find out what's going on. Like not everything.
That daily inquiry.
Yes. Yeah. Not everything that feels like a lifeless, colorless, depressed state needs to be treated as a depressed state, but can be a pointer towards, wow, there's a life actually knocking on the door, which doesn't have a form of expression yet.
Beautiful. Yeah, and just staying open and curious. I think when we're in those hard places too, where we feel that disconnection, we go into judgment, or we'll go down those kind of dark rabbit holes, if you will, and it's just like trying to stay curious about our experience, rather than judging it or just having criticism around there. It's like bring in the compassion, bring in the curiosity, and just trust. Because I've had other conversations with women where, whether they've had food issues or body issues or not, but so many of them just talk about that, like you're saying, it is possible to come back to the body, to love your body. And it kind of has to be our best friend, because we go through, especially as women, we go through so many changes, from being a teen to going through puberty to motherhood to Crohn to menopause, all those things. And so re-establishing and re-embracing that connection with thyself, I think, is really important.
Yes.
Thank you. Well, what does my body, my power mean to you?
My body, my power. It's similar to the radical self-expression I find in myself. My body, my power is the first thing that comes to me now is how incredibly powerful my body is. And I want to say I am sometimes struggling with weird illness. Like I have phases where it's now much better. I don't know what it is, but I can be sick like regularly. I work through this, and I don't mean that my body needs to feel that powerful for me to feel that my body's incredibly powerful also when I'm not feeling well. And I think that's so important. Yeah. And I feel my body, my body's my power? No, what is it? Can you say it again?
My body, my power.
My body, my power. My body, my power. Is also, my God, I receive, I sense through my body. I receive information. I touch people. I am touched by the land, by the nature, by other humans. There is. I find that incredibly powerful. That I'm not like a spirit being, but that I'm an embodied being, and that is I can do things. I can hold something in my hands. It's. I find that incredibly powerful. Yeah, I can craft things. I can sing. I can create with my body. Yeah,
that's powerful. Well, tell me about your experience with the Phoenix Humanities School.
Yes, I would love. So, where do I begin? I mean, you heard I have walked a path, a lot of awareness things I did, and embodiment and stuff, and vision questing and undoing of patterns in all sorts of ways. And then I come across the Phoenix Humanities School. I mean, I had been observing them for years, actually. And then there was the moment, like 2 years ago, I think. And I thought, okay, now the 10 keys. Now I'm doing the humanity training. And my experience is that, firstly, I have received tools into my body, in my hands, into my toolbox that I can use every day and every moment. It's something, they are so applicable. This is what I love so much. They are to use and applicable. For example, what I love exploring infinitely is judgment. You already said, like, named judgment. And how to, like, what it actually energetically is and how I can work with it and what it points towards. And and my experience was with the first round of the keys. I did it like 4 times now because I'm just so interested and curious in it. Was that key by key. It was like first online, week by week. I got a whole new way of seeing very simple things like decision, for example. I thought, well, decision exists. But then I learned the energetics of decision and indecision. And I'm like, my God, the whole week I was completely in a different energetic touch with life, actually. And then all these keys like willingness, and then really noticing, oh, wow, there's hidden unwillingness somewhere. And this is why nothing's moving. And I restored relationships. I have such a different relationship to members of my family. It's really, that's maybe, I'm sorry, I'm really talking a lot now. Okay. The point, I think, is it is a tool of restoring relationships, the love in relationships, or even just connection, like being in contact again from places where I haven't been anymore. And then I think a huge thing was I noticed in the first round of the humanity training that I had given up on certain relationships. And with all these keys, I gained something that is actually beyond hope. It is something, it's a trust in and in the human capacity that is much bigger than before. And I see it, I see it also in the courses. Like, I see, oh my God, this is, like, they haven't been talking to each other for 10 years and then now they're back to talking. This is just so beautiful.
Definitely.
Yes.
I did their training. The first time was at the end of 2023. I did it online with Aita. And then last year I went to Bozeman in May. And, my work, I mostly have done a lot of work with women and girls as far as my body, my power. I've been hosting programs since 2009 through camps and retreats. And so that's been my realm. And all the healers I've gone to have been female mostly. And so it was really beautiful to be with brothers and just to have, there was 28 of us. And it was profound to just witness the changes that were happening within the group. And what I really love too is that you basically receive a hug upon arrival, you sign your waiver, and you hand over your phone. And so you have no phone for 7 days, which is a long time, especially for somebody like me who owns a business. Like, I'm constantly on there to promote myself and blah, blah, blah. So that was just a beautiful relief. But it was profound just watching these people come back online with their heart, with just like the opposite, like unworthiness and indecision, you know. But there was just this one gentleman that hadn't been in contact with his sister for over 6 years, came into all of this understanding around his childhood and their relationship and the family dynamics. And, you know, once we got our cell phones back, it was like, boop, 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 everybody's phone starts going off. And he got a message, a text from his sister that was like, hey, bro, it's been a long time since we chatted. Can I get the family guacamole recipe kind of thing? You know, and it started to happen. Another woman just showed up at her parents' house, like from Montana, went to Ohio, and just showed up at her parents' house. And it's like she just, so that's what it was like. I appreciate the metaphysical essences of this work as well, because you can also do these keys with people that have passed. I've done a lot of work with my dad. He passed away in 21. And so we didn't have the greatest relationship. But I feel grateful that I have these tools that I can still work with him wherever he is, you know, in the other dimensions, to just still come back to that place of all of these 10 aspects. But that was just profound to just in real time witness these relationships coming back together. And then, you know, we were in that WhatsApp thread group for, I don't know, maybe a month after, and just the depth of relationships that we cultivated in that week-long time. Like, I've never had such deep connections with somebody that I've never met before over a 7-day period, and some of them will be in Peru in March. But yeah, I thought that was just so profound, the changes that were happening when we do the work. And that's like, I remember at our closing circle, Christina was just like, you know, don't go out and share this with everybody kind of thing. Like, this is for you. When you continue to work the keys and work on your own heart, it'll automatically ripple out into your relationships and your family and your community. And it's true, you know, and to witness it is just like, wow, this shit really works, you know. It's just like profound, the level of just connection and reconnection with myself, and then, yeah, people in my family. I've had a decent relationship, but I definitely feel closer to my mom now, and went and visited her in November, and I've been texting or calling her every day since I've been back, and it just feels good to be more connected. So. And have you done their second training, Munai, or have you just done the keys?
Yeah, I've done the second training as well.
Okay.
And that was also profound, because I was going through a separation time.
Okay.
And it helped me to really, first of all, like completely honor my experiences and so on, and not to dump my blame, not to dump my stuff onto the other person.
Yeah.
It was profound. And as you say, the community around the people who come together. I recently shared this with someone that I, again, now sitting now again, going through this journey again, what I appreciate so much when people go through the keys and learn about blame and judgment, I immediately feel so safe in the presence of others, because they're all like, yeah, I'm owning my stuff. I'm sitting here with people who take ownership of as much as they can, and this is, I find, is such a relief. And as you say, it creates such depth of connection, really, and in such a simple way, in such a short period of time as well.
Definitely.
Yeah,
for certain. That short amount of time, I agree.
Yeah.
I'm laughing a little bit because I remember before I went, people are like, oh, have fun at your retreat. I'm like, yeah, it's not really like a retreat. I'm going to work on my stuff, but thank you for the blessings, you know.
Yes,
like,
yes.
And that's just also humbling to me, is that to like that first day that you're together, you're just looking around at these humans, and it's like, wow, we've all made the decision to be here, to like go deeper into our hearts and to go through the keys and just see what's there again. I mean, I've done it 3 times, because I was logistics in October. I went back to Bozeman, and then was asked to be a student like an hour before it started, and I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
I was like, take a moment. I was like, I'm gonna say yes, but let me take a moment. And yeah, and she's like, we do this sometimes because I've been through it, so I kind of know what to anticipate and to expect, and me sharing and me experiencing it might help the participants. And And that was profound to be in both roles, but also to be in logistics and just witnessing the other humans go through their heart and go through the process and play the games and do the dyads and do the conversations. And it was profound. It's profound to witness others opening their hearts and going into the depths. And, I think the biggest challenge for me, and I witnessed it, is just getting out of our heads and really getting into the hearts and somatically moving through these concepts and these metaphysical principles, because we're so mental and we're just so in our heads, especially with social media and all of the pace of the world and society. And so to just slow that down and really just come inward and keep going, go deeper. Like, it was just so profound to be held in that container and such a safe and so much integrity within the facilitation. I just really, I was in awe. I mean, Christina Rose is, when I finally met her in person, it was just like, she's the most freest and empowered person on the planet I've met thus far, and Aita too, but I saw a video of Chrissy, was like how I came to next, was through a video through her, and that was, something happened in my heart where I was just like, I got to get to this person, like, what is this? And then meeting Aita, and it's just the whole team, it's just impeccable team members, and just the work that they're doing is just, it's profound. I mean, they really are creating a heart-led humanity, and just to even meet you, and just different people that have gone through other trainings to now feel part of this Phoenix family it's really awesome.
Yeah, it really is. And I just want to say also, I went to Ireland twice to do the gathering, and what you just shared with what you've been witnessing in others. I also, there was a journey of someone. It was like everyone at the end, when he was sharing, and we were just looking at him, everyone was crying, and everyone was like, if this gathering, it makes me cry now, if this gathering is just for you, that was worth it. It was so profound. Yeah, it was really, oh my God, these shifts, and just the heart opening, really. And also,
how common they are. Because when I first was coming to it, I was like, oh, am I going to understand what these are? And it's like, they're just regular principles. It's just, everybody can do this work. I mean, Aita's 9-year-old son has walked through the keys. And so that's when I left there, because I've worked with kids for the last 30 years. I'm like, I want to teach the kid the keys, and do family retreats, and do yoga, and do sound healing, and do art. And just, because you can't teach the kids without teaching the adults in their life, but to have that kind of format where we're teaching the kids and teaching the adults and having them separated and bring them back together, I just think that could be, because if we have these tools as younger ones, the world would be a different place. I mean, we're already seeing the effects of it within our own lives and families and communities, and then to have children who are already so vulnerable, they're just so open to whatever is coming their way, that it's just, for them to then be able to apply these concepts as they're going through puberty and into adulthood, I definitely think the world would be vibrating in a different vibration.
Oh, wow. Oh, yes. I amazing. Do it, please.
I know. Well, that's when I first left, I was like, so this is my idea. And Chrissy's like, well, you can't do the kids without the adults. I was like, okay, let's do family retreats. And so I'll message them every once in a while and be like, I'm still interested in this. So we'll get there. I'm going to Peru in March for Fawe, and so I'm excited to.
Me
Are you
too.
going to? Okay, good. I didn't know. I haven't been tracking. I think we just got all the Telegram text thread is now complete, but I haven't really tracked who's coming. Oh, good. But then I'll get to hug you in person.
Exactly. Yes. Wonderful. Yeah.
Well, do you have anything else to share about your experience with them, or any other information or tidbits you want to offer?
The word that pops in is integrity. And a space to, if anyone here listening, if you are interested in the frequency of integrity, and how to be in a space where you can actually tune your tuning fork, your inner thing into that frequency, then that's an amazing space to do that. Because through everyone using these keys, and they are profoundly impactful, especially I just keep on coming back to blame and judgment. when they're not there, or at least they're, like there's an awareness for them, really different things can happen. And also metaphysically, the teaching of the last, my favorite key, understanding, but it's heart understanding, which then leads into the next course, Munai, where it's all about the heart. This is profound shifts happen through having had this experience. I don't know, somehow integrity and understanding, somehow I bring them together right now. I don't know why, but
sure.
So something around the heart and integrity and just also the relief of being seen in a deep, deep way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Completely.
And felt in a deep way.
For sure.
There's something around the energetics of it all, which actually, in my experience, just, that's also what they're talking about, creates more space. It just creates more space. And then we can breathe, and then we can relate in a different way. Then it's not like, I'm in my contraction. Fine, contraction, no problem. And from there, awareness, and then it can, it's just an amazing awareness, energetic. I don't know what it is, it works. It's very simple, it works.
It's 10 tools that everybody needs in their toolbox of life, because it really is definitely, we've all done so much work for those of us that are on the path, and this really is a curriculum and an organization that has figured out what every human needs to be open and to be receptive and to be vulnerable and authentic, really. And so I appreciate hearing, I would have loved to witness eye to son and just to see how a child integrates it. But I asked her a little bit about it, and at some point she was like, oh yeah, he's bringing it up to me, where it's like, oh mom, are you judging that? Or oh mom, are you, make a decision, where he's like kind of keeping her on track with the keys. And it's like, wow, that's got to be awesome to just have this younger human being able to also witness these essences of the keys and the aspects of what they are, to have that. So yeah, that's definitely, just speaking about it again, I'm like, oh yeah, I want to do that. I'm excited.
It's happening.
It is in the works, yes. Well, how do people find you online?
I have a website, and I'm on Instagram. So Instagram, I'm actually most, like, more is happening on Instagram than on my website. So maybe that's the way to go. Yeah.
And is it just your name?
It is Sue. How's that, like this line, underscore Feld. My surname is Feld.
Okay.
SU underscore Feld.
Okay, great.
Yes.
And do you have any events or courses or anything coming up that you want to share to our listeners?
Yeah, well, I think I want to share about two things. One is a vision quest in May on the land in Norway.
Wow.
So that's... 4 days, 4 nights fasting solo fasting in the forest. And we're protecting the space and keeping the fire alive while everyone is outside. And preparing and supporting with the integration. So that is in May. Yeah, you'll find that through the Instagram or my website. Okay. And then my next intake of coming home, it's a journey for women to really work with home frequency, coming back into allyship with body, and anything that is like, okay, here I am, this is me. Come back into this is me as I'm walking through the ups and downs, as I'm disintegrating, as I'm being in my full expression. Doesn't matter where, yet to come back into this, into the sovereignty of being yourself.
Beautiful. That sounds amazing. Thank you. And do you have any final words for our listeners or anything else to share?
Final words. I want to share a poem. It just comes to me. Yeah, a Rumi poem. I don't know who needs to hear it, but it goes like this. Your hand opens and closes, opens and closes. If it were always stretched open, or always a fist, you would be paralyzed. Your deepest presence lies in every contracting and expanding. the two as beautifully balanced and coordinated as bird wings.
Beautiful. I haven't heard that one for a long time. You have a very soothing voice, so that was really wonderful to receive.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, Susanne, for this amazing conversation. I appreciate your time and all the information that you shared.
Thank you. It was beautiful to talk to you. Can't wait to see you in person.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, thank you to our listeners for listening to another empowering conversation, and we'll see you next time. Community Power Rocks. Thank you for joining me on this journey of empowerment and connection on the My Body, My Power podcast. If you loved today's episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who inspires you. Together, we're creating a ripple effect of confidence, courage, and light. Until next time, Goddess, keep shining your power.